I know what the ladies like.
Hello, all. Welcome to the Castle Halo Paramount Show. Let's get into it. There's several different ways I could break this down, and I'm going to consider doing a spoiler version later on, possibly next week. For the most part, if I was coming into this show with zero knowledge, I would actually probably enjoy it. But being the video, and I know, like I said, I know a great deal about this show. There is a lot of that it leaves it to be wanting, as it were. The good stuff, the Covenant don't look too bad. They ain't great, but they don't look bad. Better than what I expected. The ships, for the most part, you only get little snippets of the ships. The Chief looks pretty decent. There are some shots where what he's wearing looks kind of cheap. There's some people saying that this is that this is really done really well. They obviously didn't watch it very closely because there's a lot of mistakes. There's one in particular where the door opens and it shakes as it opens. I kind of got tickled at that. The two things that took me by surprise, and I will give them credit for. One, they give the Chief the reverence he deserves. I mean, he's the Chief, and this first episode so far. The second thing they got right, which I really put me in the back of my seat, was they got the Covenant's name for the Chief right. For those of you that do not know, the Covenant in Halo 1 and Halo 2, and somewhat in 3, call him Demon. And they don't fear the Chief as much as they respect him. For those of you that don't know, you haven't played the video game, there's a lot of context you're missing, and I would be here for hours. Anyway, the bad. First off, they race swapped Captain Keyes and his daughter, which kind of pissed me off because they did not have to. And they left out a certain someone. I'm going to put him over here in just a minute. That is one of the most charismatic, best characters in Halo, next to the Chief, and that is Avery Johnson, Sergeant Johnson. For those of you that know, he was the heart of Halo for a long time. People loved it when he come in. He had the best one-liners. He was funny, and he was a believable Marine. God, was he a believable Marine. And he believed in the Chief more than probably anybody else. And it kind of came off that him and the Chief were friends to a point. And I don't understand why they didn't put him in there and keep Captain Keyes and his daughter the way they should have kept them, which they didn't have to race swap anybody because it's just stupid, my narrative. But anyway, that kind of pissed me off. The other thing that pissed me off, it didn't piss me off as much as I thought it was going to, and I recognize it. I knew they were going to take his helmet off. They couldn't resist it. But I figured they'd at least wait till, I don't know, halfway through the season, maybe even last episode. Oh, no. First episode, he takes it off. God. Which goes to prove, and I understand why he did it. I don't care. The reason the Chief never takes his helmet off is because it's an allegory to... You're sitting behind the screen. You're playing the character. You are the character. You are the hero of your own story. It's simple, but it's brilliant. And that is one thing that made Halo so damn popular, is because you were the Master Chief. I know. What? Get out of here. And I don't mean but these people don't get that. They, anyway. And that really, to be honest with you, it didn't piss me off half as much as I thought it would. The other thing that I don't understand why they put a human, maybe, in the Covenant, and there was never a human in the Covenant. The Covenant would never, ever allow a human. They would rather kill a human than look at it. The Covenant, especially in the first Halo game, we were flies. We were just pests to be exterminated. We desecrated their sacred Halo. It was clear how they saw us. There was no misunderstanding. There's no way they would have had a human on board. Now, I'm sure she's going to be the key to everything. One of these females are. And then you have, I don't know what it was, a bald chick. I don't know where they're going with that. There again, I'm not running anything. But that was the one where they opened the door and the door was like, like I said, I got a good giggle out of that. Let me rate it. For right now, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Mainly because they left Johnson out and Ray swapped the Keys. And they gave Keys and Halsey a relationship. They didn't have a relationship in the game. What? Because we have to have a relationship. Whatever. Anyway, that's all I've got for the day. I'm not going to recommend it yet. It's only one episode in. But it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But there again, the bar for this show, for me personally, was so low. It really didn't have to do much. So, that being said, I'm pleasantly surprised at... I see issues here, but I'm going to hold back. I'm going to keep my powder dry. Because there's a lot of stuff in here that I see, and I might break it down next week, possibly on a live stream. We'll see. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. It means more than you know. I'll see you guys next video.